Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about. And in today's video I just want to express my gratitude to Dan Sullivan and all of the content that he's been putting out there. I've talked about him in the past. I genuinely consider him to be a mentor, even though he doesn't know I exist, and that's okay. Because I've been listening to a lot of his content, and it genuinely inspires me every time I listen to it. And yeah, I've talked in the past that he has introduced me also to some other people that I find very interesting through the collaborations that he's been doing, through his podcasts, his books, basically everything. And I'm just so grateful for all of the content that he puts out there. And basically today, the main reason that I'm thinking about it is because I've been binge listening to his Free Zone Frontier podcast. And especially like basically because I had listened to all of the latest episodes, so basically I went back in time and like started listening to the podcast from the beginning. And basically here, like today I was at the stage where it was the beginning of the pandemic, so 2021. And now it's been a while now. I feel like life has gone back to normal, and that the pandemic doesn't have as much of an effect on our lives anymore. I mean, except for the increased work from home. Uh, but yeah, it's been very, very interesting, and I just love like a few things that stood out to me today was how accurate I think his predictions were about. I don't remember what he was saying, like about Zoom first of all, and uh, just some other things. But actually, I think the concept um, that I really, really resonated with today is the simplifier versus multiplier mindset. And basically, as an entrepreneur, in order to be able to succeed, at first you need both, to be both a simplifier and a multiplier. And basically, as he was describing what a simplifier versus multiplier means, so basically, like how to know whether you're a simplifier or a multiplier basically depends on your first impulse when facing a problem. So uh, for a simplifier, the first impulse is to say, this is too complicated, we got to get this simpler. And this is why I think that I'm a simplifier, because I'm definitely the kind of person that whenever I'm faced with a problem, I say, okay, let's take a second to step back and basically understand what's happening, and then try to get it in a simpler model, and I try to get it in the simplest way possible to make other people understand, and like basically break down a concept into its core principles and then build up from there. And basically as a multiplier, whenever you're facing a problem or basically have something new that you want to solve, basically the first impulse of a multiplier is basically to say, we have got to get the word out for this thing. Who needs to know about this thing that we're trying to do? And so basically, like I have a very, 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 very strong simplifier impulse, which is one of the main reasons that, like in my day-to-day life, I've been pushing to become an applied scientist, because I think that's an area with my simplifying skills will come in very, very handy. And I just love mathematics and thinking in terms of mathematical problems, and like using mathematical reasoning to solve some other math problems that I really, really enjoy. And hopefully apply them to real life problems, and in this case, machine learning problems. And yeah, it just had got me very, very excited about this whole area. And also, like, just as I was mentioning in yesterday's video, like, I've been tutoring this student, so I also had a session with her today. And basically, I was explaining to her some core machine learning concepts, and I just really, really enjoyed it, and I really missed it. Like this ability to work on these topics. And so, yeah, as I mentioned yesterday in my yesterday's video, uh, this is one of the main reasons that I've been doing this tutoring and putting myself out there in terms of tutoring, especially for machine learning and mathematics, is that uh, basically I get the opportunity to uh, you know, find out about a breadth of projects without necessarily having to execute on them myself, but basically by just guiding other people with those projects. And basically, for me, the stakes are really low. Like for them, the stakes are higher because they're in school and their grades matter and everything. But for me, it's like a very, very low stakes environment that I can just learn from, and it's super fun for me. And it's like just super cool. I really enjoy it, and it seems that my students enjoy it too when I work with them. So yeah, I'm just super happy to be doing that. One other thing that I'm pretty happy with today is that I did a few like I did one session, one programming session to prepare for the interview that I have coming up this week with one other tech company. So it's gonna be a phone screen, and yeah, I'm just uh, like playing around with a few problems on lead code just to get my practice back in and get settled back into uh, like uh, knowing how to improve and stuff like that. So I was very happy with that. It went today's problems I was able to solve, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. So yeah, overall pretty good day, even though I woke up at like a bit late and I'm sleeping a bit late, but I think my I think now is like way too late for me to try to fix my sleep schedule. So yeah, I'm just trying to embrace this current rhythm that I have, even though I think it's temporary. Like once I have this, we'll see how this applied science thing goes. But I feel like a lot of things in my life are pending this applied science response. So just hoping for the best, keeping my hopes up. And I also watched the final episode of The Voice 2023, The Voice France. And I just absolutely loved it. It was so cool. I love music so much, and I love watching these artists and like understanding like their world, because I have so much to learn from them. Because my day-to-day life, even though it doesn't look like it, is very like, at least my ideal life is very creative, and especially when it comes to solving mathematical problems. Like people think, oh, it's not creative at all, but that's like it's completely full of creativity, because you're trying to combine different sorts of things and basically think of new ways to solve problems. And I'm just fascinated by the creative processes of people, like creative people of all walks of life. And I just like to observe them and like learn from them, and like try to see if there is anything that I can learn from their process and seeing them work. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Voice France, and like actually this year is the first year that I actually watched the season, and I'm so happy with it. Kind of want to go back to the previous years and watch the seasons also from previous years. So yeah, let's see how that goes. yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about for today. Not too much going on. I guess just trying to stay sane and hopeful and get inspired. It's getting like now it's pretty hot, like I'm sweating, and I think I'm gonna bring my fan from the living room into my bedroom because it's like way too hot in here for me to be able to sleep well. So yeah, it's like that time of the year when it's starting to get hot, and like my house I think has very bad isolation. So in the winter it's very cold, and in the summer it's very hot. So yeah, it's not a great, not the best, especially in the living room. It gets very hot because I have this huge window, and basically in the summer it's like very very hot, and in the winter it's very cold. So so yeah, not the best, but it's okay. Thank God I have a fan, and in the winter I put on heating. So so yeah, it's not too bad. Um, yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in today. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one that I filmed yesterday, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. So thanks again for tuning in. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!